So is anybody watching Love is Blind? Like, I want to start off by saying I understand that this Edmond person needs some help, is not developmentally, you know, there may be some delays. Okay, I give that. So, not here to, but also on the other side of it, whose responsibility was that to make sure that everybody was safe? Whose responsibility was that? Was that Netflix responsibility? Was that Love is Blind's responsibility to make sure, because you cannot really tell everything through a screen. Like, there's certain facial things that she couldn't pick up on. There's certain things that may have seemed one way. The tears and all that may have seemed one way behind the wall that now, is an issue. Like, I was so proud of her when I was proud of her for two things. Two things. So one, more than two things, but this in this scene, this most recent one, where they were sitting on that cliff, and she didn't. I know she probably wanted to, but she didn't do that. But she did go ahead and call him out his name a little bit. She gave him a heart, and that was just a little chin check, because why, when I told you it's okay that you're not sorry, I said, okay, you're not sorry, cool, you're not gonna keep saying it like you checking me. But anyway, let's start at the top. Since it went over my head just like it went over her head, I knew he was not for me, right? Like, I knew he was, but I didn't know he was delay. Like, I didn't know we was dealing with with something that might not be the norm. And I won't even say that, oh, this is a reason why you can't be with somebody that's not like your um cognitive equal. um would it make things easier? For sure, but that's your choice. But when they are maladjusted and they're not leveled, like, he literally, he don't have the skills that he needs to be in a relationship with a sane woman. You get what I'm saying? If she don't want to be a caretaker, like, she wants a her cognitive equal or more, right? Because she's talking about leadership, protection. So she's looking for that. And he is going to need a little bit more developing to do that. And some people have a harder road to developing these skills than others. Let's get to the bedroom scene where, after he finds out that everybody done got some except him, the fiasco, the scene that you know, he really tried it in that room. Everybody but me, like, you're not, if everybody jumps off a bridge, do you want me to push you? But I would have let him do his little, I'm too nice, do all that, and then I would say, are you finished? Are you quite finished? Because at first, that was a preliminary no I gave you. But guess what? Now it's a HE double hockey sticks. No, you're not getting anything. And if you keep it up, because who did that work on? What child? No, sorry. Who in your life? Because he's 28, 29, I don't know. So had this worked with on somebody in the last decade of your life? Like, I could see some children falling for this. Not none of them that I went to high school with. I think we was a little bit more snazzier than that, but maybe. But grown women are reacting to, you got some good results from this little scene you did. Like, somebody reacted to this and was like, oh yeah, I guess I said no. And then I would have had to get to the, like, I would have broke that, what, fourth wall, whatever it's called, and start talking to production. Hey, he's getting a little too worked up for me about this. We can pretend that he's going to sleep here. We can turn off the lights and y'all can cut the cameras. But after that, y'all need to find somewhere for him to sleep, because I don't feel safe. I do not feel safe with somebody this worked up about it. Okay? I said no, and he's not taking the no very well. I don't like it. And I'm not going to be able to get no rest. Whose responsibility was it to keep her safe? And now I kind of get where she's coming from, because her um her let me get this word out. Reputation is on the line. Like, people will, because it'd be easy for them to get video and call her angry, call her mean, call her this, that. So I appreciate the way she's handling it. Could I do it that way? No. Was I so proud of her when she said bit? When she called him, I said, there you go, mama. There you go. There you go. There you go. Because we got to have some order around this mug. I know you're not there, but you're not going to keep talking to me. Yeah, I'm not sorry. You'll know I'm not sorry. Blah, 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 blah. I said, okay. I said, okay. How many times are you going to say it? Let me let you know. Let me put this in here so you know that I'm not scared of you. I'm doing everything I can to keep both of us on this cliff. We on this edge, and you talking to me crazy. Violence is never the answer, but I'm just saying. So we've got to have some order. I understand. I can empathize with the fact that he ain't really there. And I ain't going to say there, but he's not where she is. I can empathize with that. However, we're going to have some order around here. And she's had to, on several occasions, talk to him like a mama. And this is that I know she's great at her job. She's bringing her job home. She's a social worker, and I can tell. But there's some clinical, we got to use our clinical skills, our clinical assessment skills in this particular situation, my love, because there's some things that's being missed, but I don't know. She may be doing a very good job, because I'm not sure if she is really missing it, or she just she's doing a good job, better job than I could do, of keeping how she wants to represent herself, and also checking him, because she's had to really get into mama mode with him several times of no, and this, and he'll say something. We'll be saying, me and KB, we be saying stuff at the same time. When I'm talking to the TV, and I'm gonna watch it with y'all next time, when the next ones come out, I'm gonna watch it with y'all, so y'all can see. But she said something, she corrected him on something. He said, well, I'm sorry for something, and she was like, no, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, this is what happened. No, this is what you said, and this is where you had me messed up. Oh, about the dang going to pick up the belt and stuff. You like to get all this stuff. It looked like you like to be in the store anyway, getting silly stuff. But when I asked you to go get some silly stuff for us, you can't do it. What do y'all think about this situation? I mean, I can again empathize with the fact that yes, he's had a hard life. He there's some delays. I can empathize with that. Who got to deal with that though? Where is her responsibility in that? Where is Netflix responsibility in that? Like, cause I would be finna go off. Like, he's acting like, I don't know who that worked on. I literally do not know who that crying stuff worked on. I'm like, are you quite finished with this little show you're doing? I said no. Don't you make me say it again. Because now you're definitely not getting it. I just put that in place. I put the preliminary no in place, just in case, but I was willing to slide on the no. But now, since you've done this little scene, you're not getting nothing. And if you keep it up, you're not going to be sleeping in this bed. If you keep it up. And I hate to be like that, but he make you have to be a mama to him, because so you're talking to. And yeah, this, oh yeah, because I'm not really sorry. She said okay. That was the only thing to come left was for her to say, to call him out his name, because I said okay. Now you about to bring the mean out of me. But yeah, that's what I'm. She better not marry him. I ain't looked at none of her interviews or none of that. I wanted to get this. I wanted to just talk about it before I did that. But she better not marry him. She better not say if she's losing. If she now I understand y'all filming. There's a paycheck on the line. There's your reputation on the line. There's you want to respect him and not show him in a bad light, or just be mean to somebody who is not there. Or do you not know he's not there? Like, do you think that this is your equal? Anyways, cognitive equal. We all equal, but cognitively, do you think this is somebody that you can have a real conversation with for real? You were having real conversations with him, but you wasn't understanding what the background. You didn't understand that he was a person that was wrapping themselves in toilet paper, hiding in closet, eating his boogers. You didn't know all that. Now, do you? If you say I do, if I see you say I do, I'm gonna be like, because where are the clinical skills? You are really good at I can already see the soft skills of the social worker. You hear me? The soft skills, the people skills, you got them. Now, where's the clinical skills, the skills of assessing this situation? You better not marry him. And if you do, you better be divorced right now. I swear, I mean, I want the best for you, girl. And that ain't it. Now, again, the delays and all of that, it's cool if a person is working on themselves. There are people that probably have his same level of functioning. Oops, not trying to do this, but people that probably have his same level of functioning that have developed the skills that they can. You hear me? That's all I'm saying. Is there anything else I want to say about this? I'm just wondering if y'all saw it. I'm just wondering why, who told Netflix that we want to see this kind of chaos? Just to kind of touch on the Asian man and that woman. That woman, now Netflix couldn't do nothing about that. I don't think that they could have predicted that she would be the type of person that would not be attracted to somebody but be kissing on them as you're breaking up with them because you are scared of a man being mad at you, and he ain't even that kind of man that's going to get mad at you like that, but you so scared of it that you gotta kiss and rub your way out of the situation when you literally could just say, hey, I'm not going, we not gonna be together, you be blessed. But you're so scared of, now they couldn't do nothing about it, but that is also a mental health thing. Because why are you telling me you don't like him, you never gonna be attracted to him, and you're steadily kissing on him, you're steadily blah blah blah, because you want to look like a good person that much that you'll put your body on the line? No, you don't like him, you don't like him. You shallow. Let's move on. Let's go. Let's head out. He should have, the other girl. If the other girl would have never left, we would have never been seeing you no way. So it's fine. But yeah, I can't believe the comparison that Edmond tries to do with the other couples. Wow, you never said nothing like that to me. Or say something nice. Just say something nice. You never said that to me. I never told you was perfect. Be perfect, and I'll tell you you're perfect. You ain't been perfect. Stop making me have to. I would have. She handles it so well. I don't know. She might do it off camera. I don't know. But he would have made me. One, you about to make me slut shame them, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because you telling me they done slept with these men like that means something to me. I don't know you, and I'm not sleeping with you. They do what they want to do with their stuff, and I'm doing what I want to do with mine. Now go sleep with them then, because I said no. Then he want to talk about, oh, she's lying. He's not perfect. She's actually lying. Now you want me to sit here and lie and say you're perfect? You're not perfect. Be perfect, and then I'll tell you you're perfect. But I wish them all the best. Maybe this what it take. Maybe if he see himself and his I'm too nice. Nobody cares about you being nice. You don't get that. This do that because you're nice. I said no. You're not gonna manipulate. You're not gonna coerce. Is that the word? Coercion? Coercion? How you say that word? You're not gonna manipulate, coerce, bully this lady. I don't know who you been doing that with. You don't. That may have worked on a certain type of girl, but not that type of girl. Cause when she called him, man, I loved that. That was my favorite part when she said, "Cause you been there." You know, that's when you talking to somebody who want to argue with you like that, and you gotta like chin check a little bit. So many women have been there. Let me know what you think. Okay, I'm gonna watch the next whatever bundles that come in, and also want to talk about those. But I just wanted to know: is anybody? I know. I wanted to do this before I look at the other like reviews and stuff of it, but I know that everybody is seeing it. But I'm just wondering, who responsibility was it? Netflix. We met Edmond's mama, so it wasn't gonna be her. She wasn't gonna be the one. She thinks he's perfect, but and then she's talking about grandkids. Lady, you're not taking my kids nowhere. You're not taking my kids nowhere. We're not. Let's not start talking about grandkids because you are not taking my. That would be enough for me right there. All right. So my husband brought up 2 good points, which circle me back around to my point of having somebody who can give you a different perspective on things, teach you something, help you grow that we all deserve, So, and understand. So I hope that the wording that I'm using, cognitive delay, whatever words I use, if they not PC, my bad, you can let me know and I will try to do better the next time. I don't mean no harm. I'm just really trying to say they on 2 different levels when it comes to a conversation. They on 2 different levels when it comes to a mindset. Okay, but the 2 things that my husband brought up were, 1, her being a social worker, maybe she has a wider range of what she thinks normal is or what she interprets as normal because she works with a variety of people. So maybe this falls into her range of normal when it may not fall into mine. Mine may be limited. I'm the problem. And then he said that, like there's a character like a Chris Tucker, a Martin, a DC Fly, that this trope that people believe to be how certain men act. That's not the top of their range. Like Chris Tucker, he played Smokey, right? But he has more. That's not the top of his range. Did you see when he gave a speech? I don't know, at some award show. He was just playing a character. DC Fly, he plays a silly character, but that's not the top of his range. But outside looking in, I guess sometimes people can think that, oh, this is how this certain type of person acts. They do these little silly things. So when I guess you've seen on TV somebody wrap themselves in toilet paper or hide in a closet to get a laugh, you may think that's just the normal interaction, but he's not. He's serious. Those people are playing a character. They are telling a joke. He's not playing a character. He's not telling no joke. But because of how you think, you think that this is how these type of people act, you think it makes sense, like it's a normal variation, which it is a normal. I believe that all types of human interaction or types of humanity are normal. However, we got to be, again, going back to the conversation that you're able to have with your partner. Them two may not be able to have the best conversation because he's not where she is, developmentally. That's all I'm trying to say. If that's offensive, I apologize. But that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, and then I'm just telling you, my husband brought up some good points that maybe, she has a wider range of what normal is, and also these characters that people are exposed to that they think are real examples of, this is just how, he's just a funny black guy. No, he's hurting, he's crying, it's a problem, and y'all are letting it play out on TV, and y'all are not protecting him, her, his mother. Nobody is being protected. And I guess that is reality TV. That's the name of the game, to exploit. But so do you think that if he wasn't aligned, he's not a jester. He's for real. He could, I guess he could be. But if they weren't interpreting him as the jester, as this comical character, would he have even been picked if he was a sophisticated, buttoned up guy? Because there were other that would he have even been picked? Would he be a viable character for the show? Was she, if she wouldn't be being driven crazy by him, right? Would they have been too boring for the show if they didn't have this?